You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. And in today's episode, I wanted to overall talk on my beef with the gaming industry. For those that don't know, I play video games. I've been playing video games since I was probably, I wouldn't necessarily say birth. I'm trying to think. I might have gotten slightly into video games like that next year, but I think either by the age of 2 or 3, like I was playing on the Nintendo 64. So I do have like very faint memories of me playing on the Nintendo 64 back when I was a kid. But you know, back then games used to just be the best thing ever. Okay, best thing ever. If I had to say, if I got into video games now, I probably wouldn't have like gotten too into it. You know, maybe if it had been like on PC or something, because I feel like PC is honestly the only thing that's keeping the gaming industry alive. You know, even though I mainly play on console, but when you sit down and think about the many options that PC like has versus an Xbox or a PlayStation or a Nintendo Switch, PC right now is the only, like, you know, quote unquote console. I mean, you can't really call it, I don't even know what to really, I mean, I guess you can consider it a console in a way, but PC at the end of the day, it's like, you know, all you really need is like, I mean, they're expensive, but all you really need is, just a PC that can run all the latest games. But you can legit go anywhere, buy any games. But that's the thing though, like a lot of the games I feel like all have battle passes. Now I've talked on that before. So it's like, but there are other options out there where games don't be having battle passes. Like there's games out there that I play today and they don't have battle passes. And I'm like, good. Thank you. Finally, companies that listens, companies that understand that every game out there doesn't need a battle pass or some sort of pass. But I went, because no, just recently I picked up the game F1 2021, Formula 1 racing game. That game even has like a battle pass thing in there. And I'm like, bro, are you guys serious? Like, did y'all have this before? Did you have this in the other game? Did you have this in the game before that? Did you have this in the very first Formula 1 game? No? Okay, so why add it now? Like, that, it's that type of stuff where I'm like, bruh, the fact that companies today, and I'm like, you guys must be getting hit hard with games for you guys to come out with a battle pass literally in every game. It was already bad enough where it's like, okay, you got literally high school kids, the majority of the people that's playing these games, you got high school kids having to add, like, you know, get these DLCs and stuff. Like, my thing is this. Once you buy the game, you have the console, whatever other extra stuff needs to, you know, you either grind for it or you grind for it, or you just play and stuff. But I'm like, I mean, yeah, but that's just, you know, grinding for it and stuff. But anyways, like, why can we not have that? Like, why does it have to be to a point where I'm like, I'm giving out more money than I spent on the game? And it's like, that's not how the gaming industry should be. And that's why I'm like, that's why I have a problem with it. That's why there's my beef with it. Because you will play a game like NBA 2K, right? And it's like, just because you make the game $2.99 in the store doesn't mean that I'm gonna be, oh, okay, like you're spending less money when you're, no. At the end of the day, you're just giving me more money to put into my team or my career or whatever. So, okay, I have that extra money to put in there. I'm still going to put that other budget of money that I would usually put in the game, even if I were to spend full price. So at the end of the day, you're not really, it's just your character is a tad bit more advanced. That doesn't still mean that you're going to be good at the game. That doesn't mean that you're going to be making all of your shots. My thing is this. when you have it where your character is set to a 99 overall rating, he should be making all of his shots. Or she, whichever you prefer, they should be making all of their shots. It shouldn't be no situation where I put however much money into my character. The fact is, when it gets to the point where I'm putting money into my character, that should show y'all, all right, this guy, or just have, my thing is this, have it where it's like a leveling up system rather than it being an overall system. You know, like, it, because I feel like the overall system is just, it's too much. Rather than with a leveling up system, you could be a level 1 going up against other level 1s and have a good time playing the game. Like, and that's why I want to reference are the video games Destiny and The Division. They're good for doing that. Then it gets to a point where it is kind of like well, I wouldn't necessarily call it an overall rating, but they do have it where, you get to a point where, you're no longer going from the level 1 to 30 range. Then you're like in the level like 100s or 1000s or, whatever they're on right now. But anyways, that's how I like it. That's what I like seeing from the game, where it's a leveling up system. But when it's an overall system, it's like, bro, and especially, how they be treating the overall system in that game, it's like, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. And that's why I'm like, hey, yo, y'all need to, like, fix that, do something about it. I don't know exactly what, but well, at least the leveling up system, do that. But anyways, that's just talking on them. But it's like, just with like other problems in the gaming industry, like games not even being fun anymore. Like I see so many times where it's like these companies, instead of re-releasing games from back in the day, games that I grew up playing, games that I would prefer to play rather than any new game that you guys got coming out right now, like, why is that so hard to, do? Like, why is it so hard to literally release, remaster an old game? Like, is there a problem? I think that's what I need to do. Like, okay, let me see the process of remastering a video game. Like, because there might be a YouTube video out there that exists where, somebody talks on that. And maybe there are some difficulties about it and stuff. Okay, so if there are some difficulties about it, why can you guys not just make a newer version of that game? Instead of coming out with games like, and that's, to, talk on that game like Tom Clancy's The Division, but just to talk on that brand, the Tom Clancy brand. And there's no disrespect to Tom Clancy himself. It's just the people that are literally ruining this man's name with their video games. I mean, so for those that don't know, there is this one particular Tom Clancy game that I'm a fan of. I like it more than the other games, but there's this game that I played called Tom Clancy's The Division. Now, I played a crap ton of 1, loved it. Played a crap ton of 2, hated it. Hated every moment that I played of that game. I might have had my moments where I was doing good and it felt good to actually be doing good in the game, but I have to say that I wasn't really enjoying it. Like, I should have been feeling good about this game right off the bat. I was struggling with this game when it came out, and I'm struggling with this game today. And the thing that I hate the most with it is that, so they have it, and I'm like, that's where it's like with this matchmaking stuff. You need to have like, you need to have, okay, I'm like just straight fumbling on my words, but it's like, hey, yo, that's the life of a content creator. Okay, you're gonna be fumbling on your words and everything gonna be crisp and perfect. But anyways, but no, back to what I was saying. These guys need to have it where the matchmaking thing is like matchmaking, but I mean for all the modes, not just for some of the modes. And I don't understand why, because I know Destiny, they do that. That's like another game, kind of like The Division. But I was like, I don't understand. You want people to play the game, but I have to go out of my way to message all of these random people saying, hey, and my thing is like, I don't know what this person is doing. I'm not going to go with somebody, they're trying to get an achievement, they're trying to do their own missions, they're trying to do their own levels. Why am I hassling this person on doing a raid with me? Why do you guys not have it set up? You mean to tell me all of these years of games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, what are some other like team-based games? But I'm just saying, like with these team-based games, you mean to tell me that you guys can't find 5 or 6 or however many other people that I need on my team to complete this raid? You mean to tell me you guys can't have that set up? Like, does that make any sense? Like, to be hassling people left and right. Like, I got messages. Because, no, that was the one thing that I hated the most when I played the video game Destiny. The original Destiny, not Destiny 2. But when I played the original Destiny, I was constantly getting messages from people talking about, hey, you trying to do a raid? Level 30 raid? Oh, message me back if you want to do this raid. Time after time after time. Every single time when I played that game. Every single time. In Destiny, I was like, I enjoyed that game. I enjoyed the crap out of it. I missed that game, actually. I would rather play that than 2, because 2, I don't know what 2 is anymore, but 1 was like, that was, bruh, that was a game, bro. That was a game. Like, that game was fun. 2, now, I'm like, and that's the thing where it's like, when these companies, you guys are trying to compete or be like these other companies, and it's like, fam, be like how you guys were when you came out. We played that. This new one now, it's like, you guys have to understand that nobody wants to play that. Nobody wants that game. Not one person had asked for the game that you guys are doing now. So what made y'all think that we wanted that? What made you guys think we wanted to give you guys more money? My thing is this, I've already have purchased Destiny 2. So, it really annoyed me when out of nowhere they made it where the game was going to be free. But I'm like, all right, you know what? That's actually cool. I'm like, I might be annoyed by it because I ain't spent money on it. But you know what? That's cool. But then afterwards, they had it where you guys spend more money on the game. So the game ain't even really free when you sit down and think about it. I mean, I think they have it where you could do the levels, but the cosmetics and all the weapons that you want, you have to pay for that stuff. So I'm like, bruh, I mean, yeah, you can like work for it, but then there's some of it where it's like, oh, it'll only be a part of the battle pass. And they'll have it where the loot system in that game, it'll drop at a very slow rate. Both Destiny and The Division, well, at least part 2. The originals, the first ones, yeah, them games was fire. The new ones that they got out now, Destiny 2 and The Division 2, I'm like, man, you guys messed up big time with them games. Straight up. Like, y'all is trying to compete with all of these other game companies, and it's like, my thing is this. If you guys would have just continued doing what you was doing already, I personally think that you would have been better than any of the games that has battle passes today. But these games today, it's like they only care about the money that they're making. They don't care about the people that are entertained by their game or that's enjoying their game. No, it's like you guys only care about the money. And I'm like, man, it sucks where like that's where the gaming industry is right now, where it's only a money industry. It ain't about how much fun that you can have. And then it's like, shout out to the companies out there that do listen to their fans, or it listens to other companies' fans, and they come out with these games that's actually worth playing, that's actually fun. There's the one game. It's probably one of the most challenging games that I've ever played. But it's honestly one of the funnest games that I've played. Because it definitely would have been a game that I enjoyed playing when I was a kid. But and it brings me back, honestly, it makes me feel like I'm a kid playing this game. But there's this game called Generation Zero. Now, they don't have no battle passes. They do have DLCs. So I'm like, okay, you know what? At the end of the day, I don't mind purchasing a DLC. It's a one-time purchase. Games today, they have it where it's like there's this thing where it's like a time period. I don't even know what to really call it, but they have it where after like these few months done ended, then a big major update will come out for the game, and then they'll have it where it's like, oh, the things that you want, you gotta pay for it. So it's like after time after time after time, they're having it where it's like, okay, you gotta purchase these things, rather than with like DLCs. It's like whatever content that you're buying in that DLC, you own that content. Like, or you know, it's everything. It's like unlocking a new part. So my thing is this. So there, overall compare, because I know people would be like, well, it kind of sounds like one and the same. Correction, it's not one and the same. All right. So back then, when you got a DLC, right? When you purchased the DLC, like for an example, let's say it's like with Call of Duty. You know, Call of Duty back then, They had it where you bought the DLC, so that meant you get all the latest maps, all of the latest weapons, all of that stuff. And then in the new Call of Duty with this Battle Pass stuff, so they do give you the maps, but if you want a particular weapon or if there's a skin that you want, you gotta overall, and that's the thing, you gotta buy the Battle Pass, okay, and then you have to grind. So it ain't even like, okay, the stuff is like already unlocked. No, you gotta buy the Battle Pass and then grind. My thing is like, okay, so what do you do when you're a kid and you don't have money to purchase that stuff? Or what do you do when you're like, okay, well, I got responsibilities, so I can't be purchasing these things? You just assume that everybody got all the money in the world. You gotta understand, we're not all YouTubers. Well, some of us are. I know I am. But at the end of the day, we're not these big YouTubers that be getting millions of views off of these games. We're not. So that's why I'm like, okay, if you want it to where it's like, okay, people like myself are buying it, because I don't believe in that Battle Pass crap. I'm like, look, if I can't just play the game and enjoy it, I don't want anything to do with it. But I'm not this big YouTuber where I'm like, oh, okay, I got all the money in the world to be buying all of these different Battle Passes for games like Apex Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, what are some other games? Fortnite, what are some other games? Hold on, I'm just going down the list and things, but yeah, it's like you guys got it where it's like there's these Battle Passes for these games, like, or having it where it's like I gotta put additional money into the game when I don't even need to be, or, and that's like, bruh, especially if it's like I've already done purchased that game, and I'm like, I'm an original buyer of the game. You mean to tell me I gotta put more money into the game, and I'm an original buyer? I wasn't the one that spent $2.99 on the game. I'm just like the rest of everybody else that played this game when it very first came out. I put money, full price into this game. I put $59.99, $49.99, $69.99. My thing is like, and I still got to put additional money into the game? And you think people at the end of the day want to play that? No, they don't. So that's why I'm like, man, you guys, the gaming industry today is a scam. Honestly, it's a scam. Shout out to all the small indie companies out there where you do care about gameplay, where you do, you care about the gamers and stuff. But all of these big industries today, they don't care about the gamers. They don't. They're just trying to be a trend. And it's sad to say that, so. But anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you. You guys have any? I'll probably end up doing the part 2 to this because I feel like there's probably more things to talk on. But talk to you guys later. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you're viewing this on YouTube, follow or subscribe. If you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you subscribe to one of my 34 YouTube channels and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at TMossBoss. Make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and then we'll knock $20 off of your next purchase. And that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.